The Incredible Hulk is underrated. Most people overlook the second entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie was definitely overshadowed by Iron Man, as they both released in the same year, in 2008. In this review, I'll go over why this movie should be remembered better. But first, some information on the movie. Incredible Hulk was released in June 2008, only a month after fellow MCU movie Iron Man. It is a reboot of the Hulk franchise and was directed by Louis Leterrier. This film, unlike the rest of the MCU Phase 1, wasn't distributed by Paramount or Disney, but with Universal Pictures, as they had the distribution rights to the Hulk character. And with that, we'll go to the movie, but there will be spoilers for this movie. Consider that your warning. Scientist Bruce Banner, portrayed by Edward Norton, who also rewrote parts of the script to add more characterization to Bruce Banner, is haunted by the events of 5 years ago, when he tested gamma radiation on himself and became a monster, which led to the injuring and hospitalization of his girlfriend, Dr. Betty Ross, played by Liv Tyler. To further complicate matters, Betty's father, General Thaddeus Ross, brought to life by William Hurt, makes Banner a fugitive and hunts him. In Brazil, Banner finds temporary solace where he works in a soft drink bottling plant. To help minimize his transformations, he learns breathing techniques and martial arts. All of this is done along with communicating with Mr. Blue over the internet to find a cure. It's been 5 months since his last incident with the Hulk. Banner is cut at work and his blood drips into a bottle that is then filled with soda and sent to a poor customer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That poor customer is Stan Lee's cameo for the movie. This incident alerts General Ross to Banner's location. He brings in a British special ops expert, Emil Blonsky, who was played by Tim Roth, and in preparation for the role, Roth trained with military experts to bring some authenticity to his role. Blonsky leads the strike team in Brazil to capture Banner, who is chased to the deserted bottling factory where he transforms into the Hulk and takes out the team except Blonsky and escapes. Banner flees to Guatemala and then on to the US so he can get his data and meet Mr. Blue to cure him. At Culver University, Banner sees Betty with a new boyfriend. He goes to his friend Stanley's, who owns a pizzeria, and he delivers a pizza to Culver University to get access to the computers. He has to bribe a security guard who is actually played by Lou Ferrigno, the man who portrayed Hulk in the 70s Incredible Hulk TV show. He finds no data and leaves. Later at Stanley's, Betty shows up and Bruce tries to leave, but she finds him and helps him. Ross has Blonsky given some altered super soldier serum. They then confront Hulk at Culver University, but are beaten, with Blonsky suffering a kick from Hulk. It ends in explosions, where Hulk saves Betty and runs to the woods of the Smoky Mountains for refuge. The pair go to Grayburn College in New York City to meet with Mr. Blue, who is Dr. Samuel Stearns, played by Tim Blake Nelson. They strap Bruce to a chair and induce a Hulk out, and then use the antidote, which does work. Stearns then reveals he has more of Banner's blood, and that's when Banner is shot with a tranquilizer, as the military has tracked him to New York. They are taken away. Blonsky makes Stearns add Banner's blood to him, making him an abomination, and wreaks havoc at Harlem. Now, they actually didn't film in New York. They used Toronto as a stand-in for New York and other places. Bruce becomes the Hulk and battles Abomination. After a harrowing battle, Hulk wins. Betty stops him from killing the Abomination, and then Hulk flees to British Columbia as he's still a fugitive. In a bar, General Ross is drowning his sorrows when Tony Stark arrives to discuss a team. I like how this movie doesn't retread the origin story as some of these other superhero movies sometimes do when we're kind of rebooting. I think that's nice. We do get the origin story in the movie, but it's during the opening credits. There's no dialogue. It's just scenes, and I think it's done pretty well, actually. Betty's boyfriend, I feel like needed more screen time because I feel like there's just not enough scenes and he's just there. It's like that was a little bit of like a dangling plot thread that I understand isn't the most important thing in the movie, but it's not like this movie is, 3 hours long. It's under 2 hours. You could have added a couple more scenes if they deleted them. That just would have made that make sense a little bit better, how that went down. Some of the CGI in this movie is a little rough. Particularly in the transformation scene in Stern's laboratory, where that looked a little rough. And as I said at the beginning of this movie's underrated. I feel like people forget about this movie. Is this the worst movie of Phase 1? I mean, it probably is, just because, well, it's either this or probably Iron Man 2 in terms of worst, but I'm just gonna be honest, Iron Man 2 has Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, and even in a bad movie, he's still great in it. Iron Man 2 is still an enjoyable movie. I don't know what most people would consider the worst movie of Phase 1, but it's not a bad movie. It's enjoyable. And I say this as not really a big Hulk fan. I just think it's a little underrated, and I think it should be better regarded, because I think the fight scene with Abomination's pretty cool. I wish it was a little longer. I mean, there's one scene where Hulk takes a police car, rips it in half, and essentially uses them as boxing gloves and boxes the Abomination. It's kind of cool. And I think Bruce Banner is an interesting character. I think my only issue is there's a little bit of CGI that looks a little rough, and the whole Betty's boyfriend thing and psychiatrist guy. I just think there needed to be a few scenes to help I'd give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's a solid movie. I wasn't bored. It's definitely better than a lot of movies that come out nowadays. I think you should definitely give Hulk a second try, or if you weren't a big fan of it back then, you might view it a little differently now. Let me know what you thought of The Incredible Hulk in the description. And maybe it's your favorite MCU movie, which that's probably the case if you're a big fan of the Hulk. I would love to hear from that, if anybody has that perspective, that this is the best MCU movie. I'd love to hear that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.